CP ran it up.
Have another. You're not having another issue.
Stop. We're starting. Hello. It's the Laura Kane After Dark podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I just am so grateful
Hi,
that
Maggie.
you guys listen. Say hello to all of our people on YouTube.
America.
And all of our people on Instagram. Thank you guys. We took last week off because Eric had a trip. I had a trip. It was kind of a mess. So we just decided, all right, we're going to start off new next week. I hope that was okay with you.
Ooh.
What? Do we need to talk about this right now? What?
No, remind me on Thursday's show to tell you the shit show that happened on my trip.
Okay. That's a tease for Thursday. For Thursday.
Oh, it was insane.
Okay, so coming up on this episode, we have radio talk show legend Mark Larson. He's been in the business since I was an intern, and that was back in 1991. He was even doing talk show radio back then. He's a great guy. He's funny. You're going to love him. You guys are all going to love him. He's going to come in here and talk about what it's like to be a talk show host on AM radio. You talk about pretty much everything, mostly politics, a lot of politics. But I thought he'd be very interesting to talk to. So he's coming in, and then Eric has got his double D ready to go, right?
I do.
And then, of course, we have our host chat. If you will be so kind to go to LauraKaneAfterDark.com, on there we have our previous guests, in case you missed one or you want to see, hey, that woman that did the dietary stuff, she's up there. Also, we have our Amazon store, our little storefront where we put things that we buy on Amazon, and we get a teeny tiny commission if you buy some of this stuff. But it's cool. I don't know. Just look at it. We also have all of our podcasts up there that we've done so far. It's just a one-stop shop. LauraKaneAfterDark.com.
It really is. It's like a Best Buy.
Yes, I guess.
Of fun things.
Right.
Okay,
now, I want you guys to put your thinking caps on because we have something coming up to celebrate two things.
We do.
Producer Brian has been doing this with us for a
year.
year this month.
I know. Can you believe it's been a year?
You know,
our little boys growing up.
Time flies. I hate everything.
Oh my God, people love you. They think that you are like perfect. And you know, you can't buy chemistry. And we just so happen to have it.
I know.
We're so lucky, even though we're so much older than you.
If I ever got you pregnant, this is what our child would look like.
Wow.
Oh, hey, really?
Well, why don't we just find out, you know?
No, that ship has sailed. I ain't producing any more kids. There are no more eggs. My last egg is under Eric's door somewhere. It dropped out one night.
TMI.
It's a doorstop at my new home.
Anyway, okay. So, we got to talk about Capital Growth Inc., who puts on this whole podcast.
Oh my gosh. We do. Jay.
Yeah. I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to.
Oh,
Because
no.
he deserves it, and I think it's awesome. He is currently on a trip. It's a business trip, but it's to a place that's kind of exotic and fun and with the clear water and that whole thing. So he has some business things to do, but he also gets to golf and do some great things. And he's been sending me some pictures. So I'm like, oh, live it up, Jay. You work so hard. I'm so excited for you. Because I just hooked up Maggie with Jay.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm not going to get into it, but there's some money that has come into her life. And I said, first thing you need to do, Maggie, before anything else, is call Jay Wartzler, okay? I want you to get a plan in place. And so this money just doesn't disappear.
Look at you doing the Lord's work. I'm so proud of you.
I
All
think
my years
Jay,
of doing it, and look at you and go.
He's just so down to earth and so cool that I just want anybody that comes into a sum of money to stop, think talk to Jay and figure out the best plan moving forward. And that's what Jay will do. Jay is a financial analyst. He's been doing it for 35 years. He knows what he's talking about.
He does.
Yeah. And
he's cool.
greatest guy, most down-to-earth person, would answer any question for you free of charge. Like, seriously, run, don't walk to Jay if you have like a big 401k that you're not sure what to do with, or you're worried about retirement. Just make an appointment with him. It's really easy. I lost his phone number, but it's right here. Call him. Probably next week, but call him.
It's 858-552-6960. And
email him too. And he's probably going to check his emails this week.
He probably will, I'm sure.
He doesn't.
Well, let's do that. What's that?
It's jayw@capitalgrowthinc.com, and the man has a website.
Bring it on.
Oh my God.
www.capitalgrowthinc.com.
Well said, Eric. Well said.
Thank you, sir.
Anything you want to say about that, Brian? I just think Jay is top notch. He does a great business, and I'm so proud to be speaking on his behalf. I really feel cool.
And he knows what he's talking about.
He sure does. Okay, thank you, Jay Wertzler, Capital Growth Inc.
Thank you, Jay.
I'm kind of on the fence about whether or not I want to talk about this.
You probably should.
Okay, there's two things. This is about my trip to New York City to see my daughter perform in her first college performance.
Okay, we move on to the next one.
Wow, you are a cold mofo. You are cold as they come. No.
Not as cold as your lipstick sometimes, though.
I have
True.
raised you right.
Well, listen, I watched the show. Halfway through, I almost walked out while she was performing because she was doing a scene where she's drowning to death. The scene, she's so good. She had me convinced that she was dying, and I almost got up and walked out. And I'm like, I think that's a testament to your acting abilities that I couldn't like separate the two. And I almost had to walk out because it was so painful to me. But it was just such a joy watching her perform, and she's so much better. She's so much more polished. She's so much more confident. She's just thriving, and I loved it. So that was Evan. Really fun. We spent not too much time together because she still had school, but I had other things I was involved in.
Oh boy. Here's the sad thing is that I could guess a number of things, and they all equally have like a high of a chance of it being true. So,
all right.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah. What's your guess?
What do I think Laura could be doing in New York? Mm-hmm. Let's say soliciting some maybe off-brand designer items, taking a taxi cab ride around all the strip clubs.
You're not far off.
You really aren't far off.
Crazy
The strip clubs, no. But
When in TJ, though.
I love anything Louis Vuitton, Dior. I just love the look of all the high-end bags, sunglasses, the whole thing. There is a street in New York City. If you go down there at the right time, they have blocks and blocks of people selling stuff. They're all laid out on tarps, but you can find anything. Gucci, Prada, Dior, Hermes, Louis Vuitton. Did I say Gucci? I mean, so much stuff. It's crazy. I mean, you would have been in heaven. We would have been floating around. We would have stayed down there the whole entire night.
Oh, I would have.
Okay. So I bought some stuff. And I was curious because I bought some stuff for, I'd say a Louis Vuitton purse, a good one, in a box was about $65 to $85.
What a bargain. I didn't know they sold Louis V that cheap these days.
Well, it's a fake, okay? But it's a good one.
Isn't that a crime?
Well, there were police involved at one point. Not with me, but
Let's talk about this on air then.
The police monitor it, and the guys know when they're coming, so they know when to wrap up and when to lay it out, when to not lay it out. Da 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 da. I came away from New York City with 2 new duffel bags because I had to buy them to carry home all the stuff I bought.
Wait, you bought Louis Vuitton duffel bags to carry home all your Louis Vuitton stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
Now look.
And what this girl packed into 2 carry-on bags is a miracle.
Regular old Houdini just pulling them.
It's like it was like a clown car.
It's a miracle it
Yeah.
all got in there. So what I did was I listed these items. I didn't keep them all. I listed the items on a website. I did not, look, before you judge, I did not say they were authentic. I just posted the picture and I said, this is what I got. And I'm posting them low because I don't have the authenticity that these are real. That's pretty much what I said. That's why I'm pricing them low. I just wanted people to like use their brain and go, oh, okay, I see what this is. Okay. $3,000 later, Laura Kane is flying high. I sold every single piece, and I'm talking about 20 pieces.
You sold $3,000 worth of.
Every single piece. I made
You're in the wrong
about
career.
$1,500 on my trip to New York. It paid for the whole trip.
I feel like I'm watching the beginning of a new Breaking Bad, like
I know.
Heisenberg saga.
Oh, I know.
It's just going to be
shouldn't admit
Laura
this.
and I in 2 Louis Vuitton like aprons.
Yeah,
But-
but
yeah.
look how it. Okay, if Eric comes to me with New York,
Oh.
we are going down to that street, and we're going to stay there all day long because you're going to freak. They had shoes. They had men's shoes. They had Nikes. They had Air Jordans. They had, fancy shoes. They had red bottom shoes. They had clothes and scarves, jewelry, earrings.
Do they take card or is it only cash?
It's only cash, but you can Venmo them or Zelle them if.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you put in the tag? Just fake LV gear?
They don't. It doesn't say fake, but it doesn't come with the proper serial numbers. Look,
It's fake.
I got something for Eric the other day that looked. I'm sorry, it was real. It was real. There must be some kind of thing where they make them, they're real. There might be some like little flaw to it or something, and then they sell them to these guys. Because the thing I got you,
Oh, it was totally real.
Come on.
Yeah.
So anyway, I probably am going to get a knock on the door right now from
It's going to be the vice.
authorities.
The IRS at the very least.
Oh my God. Stop it.
Don't claim that stuff.
I don't know what I'm going to do. All I know is that I sold it. I had to box all this crap up, haul it to the post office. I got it all out. Oh my God, that stuff I sold was so beautiful. But anyway, that was really fun. That was my New York trip.
How much of that was profit though?
I probably spent $800 and I am going to make about close to $3.
Jesus.
But the site that I listed it on takes their chunk. So it's not like I don't get the full amount,
Still.
but it was the right way for me to do this.
Yeah, for the right way for you to secondhand sell knockoff.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a hustle. My life is a complete hustle and I've been doing it.
You're fencing already fenced contraband goods.
Yeah.
They might not be though.
No, they are. They're either stolen or fake.
No, they're not stolen. I think they just come from China. A lot of them had receipts from Hong Kong Louis Vuitton in Hong Kong. That's not fake. That's a real store.
I think a lot of them were probably from smash and grabs.
Yeah. I
Don't tell me that. I feel that makes me feel bad.
I don't know. It's pretty easy to make a receipt though.
Well, anyway, it looked real and the people, all my trouble, I thought anybody can go to New York and do that. But that's expensive. If you want to get something like that, I will get it for you with just a little bit of a markup.
We'll have to put an order form on our website for
Style by Cardio. They fell off the truck. That's exactly what happened.
No. Oh God, it was so.
Yeah, Laura's falling off the truck of her legitimate career.
I was exhausted. I don't think I'd do that again because it's a lot of work, but I did make some money.
Well, we're
And-
definitely doing it.
Evan was great. It was beautiful seeing her. It was really fun hanging out with her
And
friends.
she got rewarded with a brand new Louis Vuitton purse for her performance.
No, she got rewarded the money I made from selling it.
You gave it. Wow.
Because she doesn't want any of that fake stuff. She told me she's like the kind that needs real or nothing. Because I was going to buy her some Nikes, but she said no. Anyway, okay, probably talked about too much of that, but that's okay. That's what we do here.
You definitely know how to overshare.
I do. Unapologetically unfiltered. That's what we are here.
That's what the back of your jumpsuit will say in prison.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh my God.
Department of Corrections.
Right under your
Unapologetically
prison number.
unfiltered. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to prison. Maybe they'll just give me a slap on the hand.
Just a slap on the bank account too.
I didn't make like $100,000. It's not that much I made.
IRS. They want every penny.
You didn't need to say that to me. Thank you for bumming out the whole thing. I don't want you to comment on this further.
No one told you. Never mind.
No more
I
commenting.
think it'll be fine.
Okay.
But in the case it doesn't,
I'll call
Brian.
you.
Man,
what am I going to tell you?
you're amazing.
I'm not Saul Goodman. I don't got any advice for you.
Oh my God,
I'm taking Eric with me.
Oh yeah,
All right.
I'm so glad he's our son.
I know.
I will
me
not
too.
be bailing you out of jail.
Oh, we have to talk about the movie, but we'll talk about that later because I want to hear your host chat. And then our guest has arrived, so we need to do that.
So I moved into my new home in February.
Yes.
Prior to that, I ordered all new furniture for my house. So I ordered from like Article, I ordered from Living Spaces, I ordered from a bunch of different places, but everything looks great. When you come over, you'll see.
And whenever I'm invited,
Yes.
which hasn't happened yet.
Well,
That's okay.
Now that I have
that
a
was supposed
couch,
to happen.
I know,
yes.
me too.
Now that I have a couch, it's the last thing I was waiting for.
You waited like 5
months.
Oh, my God.
I ordered it in early January.
Okay.
And it was delayed and delayed and delayed to the point where they had to give me a loaner couch because I had nothing to sit on. I mean, I want to have people over to my new home and for them to see it. And I can't very well
That's
go
a
like
long time to wait for a couch.
it is.
I'm sorry.
And I had it custom made, but they said it'll be to your place by the end of February, first week of March at the latest.
Okay, so it got there.
No, it didn't.
You showed me a picture of it.
Yes, I just got it on Saturday. So this is kind of the couch that I ordered. So I'm going to put it up there. It's a little more streamlined than this, but it'll kind of give you an idea. It's a two-seater with like a chase on it, and it's a dark gray. It's really pretty. This is what showed up to my house.
That jumbled mess?
So that's what showed up after waiting 5 months for my couch.
What
So the delivery guys say to me, and I'll post this on my social media so you all can see.
Oh man, I could have got you that couch for like $800.
So it was not cheap, and I picked the color, I picked the pillows, I did everything. I got it at Jerome's.
Uh-oh. Are we going to have a...
Oh
no.
I like Jerome.
I'm worried.
Jerome's
I like Jerome.
sucks.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Everybody is incompetent.
Oh boy.
They don't even know the number for their corporate office because trust me.
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly.
We're gonna get
Anybody
a
can
libel
call
suit.
and say, I'd like the number for the corporate office, and they'll go, we don't know what it is. I'm not kidding.
To be fair, you can just Google it.
So I did. I Googled it, and it literally reroutes you. And then they're like, to a customer service, I'm like, what's the number? Anyway, the delivery guys are bringing it in. I'm so excited. I've been waiting 5 months for this couch. As we're going up the walk to my home, one of the delivery guys says, now you know the whole couch isn't here, right? And I'm like, stop everything. I immediately lost my erection. I was like, oh, this is so sad. So I go, unwrap the couch. I'm on the phone with Jerome's.
Oh, God.
And the girl says,
Scary Eric's coming out.
oh, I turned into the old me
Oh, no.
so fast. This was going to be Christmas. I was so excited. She goes, you only ordered a 2-seater. And I said, no, I didn't. I ordered a sofa with a It's got the chase is you could do it on either side.
Okay.
And that's exactly what I wanted. And it took me forever to find this.
So she's saying that's not what you ordered.
Right. And I said, yes, it is. I said, I'm going to text you a picture of what I'm looking at right now. I texted to her and I said, so can you explain the hole? And she's like, oh my God, I guess we must have made a mistake. I said, how did this get past your quality assurance team? Like, who custom makes a couch? And then there's like, oh yeah, I guess that looks okay.
Are you starting to think like, I'm going to get this thing for free
Okay,
now?
so
Because,
here's the deal. I have paid for everything. Everything is totally paid for. It's not like, well, you didn't pay for half of it, so you're only getting half the couch. Everything is paid for. So she's like, okay, so I guess we're going to have to order this. And I said, well, how long is that going to frickin' take? I'm not waiting another 5 months for this piece. So she's like, okay, well, what we can do is we can take the couch back and give you a loaner couch. And I'm like, they've already taken the loaner couch. Oh, you had a loaner couch? Oh my God.
Eric,
What ass is everybody's heads up at over there?
why aren't we returning the couch, calling it a day, and going somewhere else and picking up one that is
Yes.
ready
So
now?
this is the
One
thing.
that will give you your direction back.
Yes.
Yes, we want that.
So they said, we're putting this in right now. And I said, well, how long is it going to take? So I'm going to find out tomorrow how long it's going to take. If it's going to take more than a couple weeks, couple days, come get the couch.
Yeah.
And give me my money back.
Right.
So guess what they said they'll give me
What?
for the mistake?
Credit.
No, they credited it back to my card already.
What?
Guess how much they gave me as a credit for that expensive couch? $270.
And that was it was a couple grand.
Yeah.
Oh, how nice of them.
Oh, I also had to return a mattress pad. So the mattress I bought was a fortune, and I love my bed and I love the mattress. The sales guy said, this is the mattress pad that you need because it's one of those breathable ones. So even if
They
you're hot
do
as-
that. They're like, you must, or
Yes.
you will ruin your new
Right.
mattress.
So I've always had a mattress pad. And so I thought, well, I just spent a couple grand on this bed. I'm going to get the mattress pad that he suggests. So I wake up one night, I was sweating like a pig. I was like, oh my God, this can't be. There's got to be some sort of a liner on this bed that I didn't see because they set everything up and then they take all the boxes and all that stuff. I look at it's like the middle of the night and I'm looking at the tag on the mattress pad, 100% polyester.
So no breathability.
So no breathability at all. So I call and I'm like, hey, you're getting this mattress pad back. And they're like, nope, we don't do returns on mattress pads. I said, oh, you're getting it back. I said, what moron sells someone a non-breathable mattress pad on a breathable mattress?
What do you think we need to do? Do we need to write out a story about all the things that happened and then say, I want to be reimbursed for all these things, plus my trouble and my emotional state?
Wait, this is all from Jerome. Everything, all of this is from Jerome.
Just the mattress pad, the
Couch.
the couch, and then the
Bed.
bed, mattress, and mattress pad.
So like everything.
The couch is pretty crazy.
Yeah, but everything else in my house came from somewhere else.
I was
think
going to
this-
shop at Jerome soon, so now I got to think about
Don't.
it. I still-
Well,
Do
still-
not.
I still like Jerome.
I think it takes a while for a good couch, a custom couch, to be built.
Maybe just next
It
time
does.
don't
But
custom
that's-
order the couch.
But that's why I ordered it so far in advance. And had I known how long it was going to take, I never would have ordered it.
So am I ever going to go over there, or am I going to have to
No.
wait till a couch arrives?
No, you can come because I have
he says that, but
I know.
I have the couch, just not the
half of it.
chase.
He's only got half an erection.
So
at the
this
moment.
so this is, since they took the loaner couch that I had, she sent me a picture of the couch that they were willing to send me, and it was a little 2-seat like love seat, and I go, you have all my money. Why am I not getting a couch that's equivalent to what I purchased? Like, why are you giving me some cheesy little love seat? It's so stupid.
I'm
so don't
interested
shop at Jerome's.
to know what our guest talk show radio icon
Don't drag me into this.
Oh, yes. This is something we can talk about. We can make a whole episode about this on AM 600.
Come on
Kogo.
down.
Come on down. Let's talk to Mark before we go into the Double D's. You're going right here. Now, this is, it's Elvis. Sorry.
Elvis was, how can I say this delicately? Elvis was, I believe, having a romantic interlude with my left
he was
arm.
humping you. So he was humping you.
It's good to know that you are
We'll be
not the
having
only
puppies soon. What's the gestation period?
one. My left
Hi,
elbow
Eric. How
is
are you?
constantly wet.
Oh, my God. Gross.
Sorry about your couch. I've had nothing but great experiences with Jerome's over the years. Jerry, Jim, everything's great.
Because you've probably endorsed them.
Oh,
no,
shit.
they should be.
Why?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I mean,
But,
things
you know,
happen.
polyester can do that. And the mattress pads and all that. Elvis, we're going to be very happy.
Oh, God. I can't stand when he does that kind of stuff.
That'd be good. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Mark.
Hi.
Okay, so
Hello, staff.
Mark and
Strep.
Howdy.
Yeah.
Mark and I met when I was just a baby out of
Wait a minute.
college.
You're underestimating. We didn't just meet. You were starting in your career. You're working for Carl Siskin, the curmudgeon
Yes.
at the KFMB stations, the editorial monolith that he was. And suddenly there you were, like, hi. Like I think it was your first day on the job, and all of a sudden you're stuck in the other studio with me. And that was a long time ago. I was 7, and you were like out of the womb.
I know.
And then all the time goes by. You got this Jeff and Jer thing. I heard about that, and I think it went well. And Tommy and the whole bit. So that was like a blip.
Mark had a very successful afternoon talk show, but more light
In
with
my
Jeannie
very-
Cabot.
Well, she was on with Clark Anthony, and I was on with Leitner.
You were with Leitner,
and
that's
And I
right.
was program director, but we also, so Ted Leitner and I for a while we said, let's do Larson with Leitner. The problem was Ted was doing TV on Channel 8, and he would never show up. I mean, I love Ted, but he did that he did the 415 Sports, and then it was like, what's this with Leitner part? It's like he's never there. We did a Larson with Leitner cruise, went down with our wives. I forget which wife it was for Ted, but we went on to, bless his heart, to the, to St. Thomas, the Caribbean and the Caribbean. And every time we had like 200 people, and the cruise company sent, I think, one person I could never find. So we were like the cruise directors, but Ted was never there. So I got people going, my cabin has a leak. Can you fix it? It's like, where's Ted? Well, at the time, he and Judy they're in St. Croix. So, that wasn't scheduled. So we learned a lot of things. If I'd gone with Elvis, it would have been probably easier.
So Mark has been doing
Hi,
this.
Laura. Did I mention hi again?
Yes,
Okay,
hi. He's been doing this a very long time, and I remember when I was just an intern, and Dana was your producer.
Dana Monroe, she still does some work for me.
I love it, and you guys this was when radio was like everything. Because we didn't have any of this other stuff. We didn't have Spotify. We didn't even have YouTube. We didn't even have a freaking computer. We were
playing
like
music.
writing on typewriters.
We played some music then too.
Yeah.
But and that evolved into talk. So I do talk, and that's life. This is a talk show. It's just in a different delivery format. Radio's still great. I love radio. It's just different because in those days, for one thing, we were printing money. Remember that?
Yes.
It was like we had, I think, the KFMB stations between 760 KFMB, which is now San Diego Sports with iHeart, and of course I'm over on Kogo. In fact, I'm on Kogo at the moment as I'm speaking to you. It's amazing how that works. I don't know how that is. I've cloned myself. But in those days between 760 or 76 KFMB, was it called then, and B100, we had, I think, about 25 or 30% of all the radio revenue in the marketplace. And then Jeff and Jer came over for it. There's all of these different. Leitner and I talk about that a lot. He said we were blessed to be a kind of like the golden moment, University of Broadcasting, all of that stuff. So the lesson, whether you're in this crazy business or not, is find the best you can in what you do, make it interesting, and embrace every moment because it does shift and it shifts quickly. These days we go, let's do this, and then 2 days later you go, what the bleep is happening here? So.
What do you think you are the very best at? What is your thing that you've got it nailed?
Obviously, I have a great attachment to animals. They love me.
They really love you.
I think I could take this and I'm not going to get a claim.
Well, I'll take it. I'll wash it for you.
It's so
okay?
sweet. No, I think, first of all, I've always said that radio, just like life, is like life. People go, is your show serious or funny? I always say, yes, it's both. because what you do here, Lord knows what you do here. It's serious, it's funny. You have a family discussion around the table. It's everything from, wow, I can't believe the genocide in Ukraine or whatever, and the next thing, pass the peas. How about those Padres? Mm-hmm. No one's saying, wait a minute, you got to stick to this topic, that topic. It's life. So Mac Hudson of the Hudson and Bauer Show, which again with Jeff and Jared and Dave Shelley and Chainsaw, the three most popular morning shows in radio in San Diego history, period, in various generations. But Hudson always said, he said, we're living out our lives on the radio. Mm-hmm. So if you go with that, and it's warts and all, and you try to relate, you communicate, you live in the community. I've been here since 1976, coming out in the covered wagon, newly married at age 12. But no, that's you can't hide. It's authenticity still makes a difference.
Do you do you wake up in the morning, or do you have a routine? Do you wake up?
Do I have a routine? Yeah.
Do you read all the newspapers? Do you write out what you're going to talk about that day?
I totally script my show. Every word, as you know, Laura, it's all scripted.
Well, I know you don't do every word, but I'm just kind of getting in your head. How do you prepare?
No, I'm always preparing. So I'm always, and ask Mrs. Larson, the long-suffering Mrs. Larson, she'll say, get off that thing, meaning I'm on the iPad all the time, checking, get off that thing. Yeah. Years ago, before the iPad and the phones, the way they are now, I had a pile of stuff. So that's now the compact pile of stuff. But I'm never saying, like, here's my time to prep. I'm always prepping because we're living life. As far as routine, I try to get to the gym and or go on a hike in the morning just to kind of, and that's something I tried the last 5 years because too many of my mentors started dying, and some of them didn't take care of themselves, and when they had problems, they were done, and the ones that took care of themselves had a good fight. So I'll do that. I feel better with that if I can do that every day. So that's the only routine, and I do a lot of things under my own. I've been having my own company, Mark Larson Media, since 2001, right after everything happened, 9/11. I thought, great time to take a bold step and work for me. So everything I do is under that. And that means the freedom of working for yourself, so that radio, TV, everything, KUSI or whatever, it's all under that. And my marketing that I do for a variety of clients. So there's great freedom in that, but there's also great responsibility. As people know, you're an entrepreneur, you pay both sides of the taxes, Social Security, all of a sudden you're in it, and you do as well as you're going to do every day. You're not sitting back and just collecting. But that's freedom, so I love that.
Yeah. I've always thought, because this is something I couldn't do, doing a show alone, you're alone pretty much. It's you, your voice, your thoughts, right. And then you have the listeners that call in. Right. Is there ever a time when a listener is on with you and you're like, I don't know what I'm going to say to this person?
Oh, I'm never at a loss for that. I love people who disagree.
Oh, yeah?
I love it. People come up, here's the best compliment I get. I disagree with you on everything you say, but I kind of like you and I listen all the time.
That's a great
That's
compliment.
Like, otherwise I'm talking to the choir. So right. I have a better chance to maybe turn them. Ronald Reagan always said that you get along with somebody. If you agree 80% of the time, he'll work on the other 20%. He didn't do what we do now, which is like, screw you, we're done. You got to be able to get along. So that's always been my nature. So getting back to the question about kind of how I tick and that sort of thing, it's keep a good sense of humor. Some days are easier than others because, hey, after 3 seasons of COVID, worst miniseries ever, like, really? What is it, that great Chinese proverb, maybe you live in interesting times? It's like, enough interesting. We're done with the freaking interesting. Mm-hmm. But so you got to find your joy each day. And you know that, Laura. You've been through, and you've been very public, and I think it's very good about being very open about the roads you've been. They've been rough roads, and that's encouraging because that's life. It's authentic, living out your lives on the radio or digital or whatever. So.
Is there like a show or a topic or a listener comment besides that one that stands out to you that, like, immediately it's the first thing that comes to your head, like as being something profound?
There's a lot of those. I can't bring up one specific, but there's some things that I'll hear over time because I've been here a while and a part of San Diego and doing a lot of national stuff too. So sometimes I'll hear this on a national scale. But if someone says, hey, I listened to you on the way home from school, And I first go, gee, thanks for that. And we laugh. Yeah, great, wonderful, young. And you were, and they said, no, but you said something one day that helped change my life. And I go, what was it? And a lot of times I won't remember what it was, but they'll remember very vividly because I said something that hit them in a very authentic way. That's the best thing. And to reflect what's happening in the middle of, it's radio. We're not curing cancer. We know how to find people who do. We do a lot of great things, Radio Children's, all this. We have really great people we bring together, or events like Warrior Foundation, Freedom Station every year. So we bring in the experts who do that. But what we're doing every day, we're not exactly, curing whatever.
It's entertainment still.
It is. And everybody's so serious about everything. And there's a lot of serious things to talk about. But still at the heart of it, when people know you, they'll take that to heart, and they can disagree, and that's fine. I mean, not too many years ago, we used to do that.
Yeah.
You don't have to bring somebody on with an opposing point of view and just skewer them. Find a way to find some common ground. So
I feel like you should be on afternoons from 3, 4, 5 to 6.
Okay.
I don't know if
can you make that?
I think that you appeal to so many people in so many different ways.
You're my biggest fan. You started as an intern.
I know. I kind of am your biggest fan. But I think you
Might have
appeal.
been, not now.
Huh?
Not
Right now?
You said it might have been your biggest fan. I see what happened.
No, I am your biggest
Okay,
fan.
good.
I just think you should be on more because I think you appeal to a lot of people. You give a softer delivery than some of these other talk show hosts, and you add humor to it too, and you're knowledgeable. Right now, people can listen to you when
7 p.m. News Radio 600 Kogo, and
Okay.
I'm often in there for Carl DeMaio and some other things.
you do some fill-in. So, what is your ultimate?
And on demand on podcast, of course.
Of course, what is your ultimate goal for the next 5 years? Like, where do you want to be in 5 years?
I want to be happy. I want to feel like I'm making a difference. I want to make advertisers healthy and happy and productive, because then that means they're paying people who pay their taxes, and they can buy things in San Diego, and they can raise their kids and all that. All of that's an important part of it. I want our community to be, hey, I was blessed, we were blessed to come out to San Diego in 1976 when the freeways weren't clogged, the schools were in the top 5, crime rate was down, things were really promising. I mean, for those of us, like, we came out from Illinois after a long, cold winter, and so did a lot of other people. I'd like to see some of that. San Diego was always, I was told when I took the job out here then at KFMB, they said, oh, it's like a small town and a big town body. Mm-hmm. And it was, and there's still some elements here, but there are things that have happened over the years. We've gotten crankier, we've gotten more marginalized, we've gotten more balkanized, a lot of things
Yeah.
there. That would be nice. I don't know if we get that back, but I'd like to try.
Is that what do you think is your purpose in life?
Other than this show with you right now?
Yes,
That's pretty
I know
good.
this is
Plus,
the pinnacle of one of the pinnacles of your career.
Elvis is onto somebody else's arm now. Okay, fine.
I just think like we should all know what our purpose is. Like, what is your purpose? Do you think?
Well, I think there's a spiritual thing. There's in terms of whatever your faith happens to be. I mean, I work for God, then I work for me, family, what have you. And that's never, I've never had so many questions for God as I've had in the last few years. Like, okay, I know you got a plan. How's this work again? Give me a list. Can I see the end result? No? Well, that sucks. But we keep going through the whole deal. So I think as long as I'm here, if I can make people think, if I can make people get engaged, get off the frickin' couch, do something. Don't just sit back there and go, politically, a lot of times people say, it's all about politics. No, it's about life. It's about living your life. And people say, I don't do politics. You talk politics. Well, and then I'll say, well, how was your day? You took your kids to school. How was it? They're complaining about traffic. They're talking about this. They're talking about crime. Everybody's in it. They don't want to call it politics. It's the world in which we live, and you can't act like that happens in a vacuum. So I want people to, like the happy warriors, men and women, to get out and make positive change. Go to school board meetings, get involved, do things. Mm-hmm. COVID did a big disservice to us, sitting around in masks and just getting more inside and being caught up in the bubbles of our phones. And
do you think we're coming out of it, or are we still kind of in the weirdness?
I think we even had a corporate memo the other day from New York, and they said something like, as we're coming out of COVID. Well, we came out a long time. I came out of it like 6 weeks into it. I don't care about. I opted out early. I went, okay, I'm done scrubbing my zucchini. I'm not going to put stuff outside
and hose it off.
Yeah. Right, Alice? Okay. So, there's so much to deal with that subject. Only 2 weeks to flatten the curve, and then 3 years later, we kind of out of it? Oh, my God.
Do you have any?
Is this my only camera? By the way, I'm looking my TV ability here. Is there one over here too? So what happens there?
This is YouTube.
Oh,
this
that's
is
YouTube.
Instagram.
Oh, hello to you, YouTubers.
There you go. There's your Instagram.
Oh, that's
people.
Instagram.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to ignore you, YouTubers here.
Yes,
is
we're live.
Is this a locomotive coming at me here? What is this?
that is my cheap ass Amazon
This is a
lighting.
beautiful, beautiful studio. The complex here, the different sound stages. The singers, the dancers, and then
You
the
probably
next.
came walking in here going, "What the heck
No,
did I
no,
agree
I'm not
to?"
surprised. And of course,
Did you like the green room?
Love that.
Thank you.
That was the driveway in my own car. Yeah. And then the Foley artists. A lot of people don't. You know what a Foley artist is? Foley artists. They're the people who put sound effects in movies, and it takes a real art. They just sit back through all kinds of stuff. They make all that cartoons or whatever, gushing noises and all the gross stuff. They do that. So that what you have set up. I'm surprised you don't know about it because you have people working in the garage who do that.
Wow.
We have a huge
Play along with
team
that.
here at
This is why
Lorcaine
you
After
have
Dark.
the interweb. You can look at this, YouTubers. You can do this at home. Foley artists.
Some night we'll take
O-L-E-Y.
everybody on the inner workings of the Lorcaine After
Oh
Dark
my
Express.
I'm actually impressed that you have a desk. It seems to be standing.
I painted it. It's made out of
You
a
have
pallet.
you have a sycophantic staff here. They're nodding. They appear to be enjoying it.
Here's our intern Sam.
Intern, just like you were an intern with me years ago. Oh, that's
Exactly.
so sweet. What year was that, by the way, when you started?
1991.
Just
Right? I was a senior in.
32 years ago?
I'm old as.
Oh my God.
You know what? Yeah.
Then what's that make me? No, please, no.
You're not that much older than me. You were kind of young, and you had you had it going on at a younger age than I did.
There's that hat again. Thanks.
You know what I'm talking about. Oh my God. Well, this is producer Brian.
Hi, producer
we call
Brian.
him our
Howdy.
son because he's 22.
Well, I was trying to figure that out,
Yeah.
Eric, because I know you had problems with the couch.
But we
And
love
somewhere there
it.
must have been
He
why I had
is
to get a
the
new
smartest of
couch.
all of us.
I want to know more about that on another episode.
Yes.
Okay, I want you to plug your website and tell us what we can find on there. Your services.
MarkLarson.com. MarkLarson. Media, marketing. I'm involved in a lot of charitable things. Chairman of the Air and Space Museum in San Diego, in Balboa Park. In my 12th fun-filled term, that's like the toy department. I love that place. Also a member of the Reagan Ranch Board of Governors. Involved in a lot of different things. So there's the charitable stuff. There's TV clips on there. There's a lot of resources. And are you getting?
No, this is
someone's breaking and entering.
It's my
now.
roommate coming in.
Hello, roommate.
Hi, yeah.
What's your roommate's name?
Marie.
Marie, nice to have you here. Did you check out the Foley artist in the garage?
Oh, you don't need
Oh.
to answer that, Marie. You don't need to answer that,
Did you
Marie.
block me in?
Would you like some elotes? She brought us some corn. You know what that is? Elotes?
Yes.
Are you hungry?
By the way, didn't you have some truth serum you're going to give me? I'm doing fine without it.
We just wanted to feed you because that's what she makes, elotes, in Old Town.
Oh, yeah. So you'll have that in the for the wrap party?
Yes, for your big rap party.
That's sponsored
Can't
by
wait for that. A lot of
Yeah,
Hollywood
yeah.
talk here because we're so hip and cool. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Hollywood, do you want to? Is there anything that you want to talk about for
Jerry Springer is dead.
Jerry Springer died? Did you
He was
know
the
that?
mayor of Cincinnati back in the
Yes.
That's right.
He had if you watch the Jerry Springer show, the train wreck that always appeared, and
Oh,
it was
my
always had
gosh.
great viewing, and a lot of those people were just really good actors. I love the bald guy who was his head security guy.
Yeah.
Always smiling, just laughing his ass off, just like, oh, this is just great. And you're watching at home going like, I'm scared watching this. Then you watch it strangely compelling. It's how people look at car wrecks. You go, that's horrible. I better slow down for an hour and look at it.
That's exactly what it was.
Hey, he made, for better or worse, made television different.
He changed it a
I
little
mean, you
bit.
look back, and talk radio, too. Talk radio used to be the so-called fairness doctrine, which is a way to shut up different views. But not just, this is not a conservative versus liberal. It was for all views, and people need to remember that. They changed the laws, and suddenly talk radio flourished. They changed the regulations at the same time for television, so you started seeing like Phil Donahue and people like that, and they start, it's getting controversial. It's not just, hi, this side, that side. It's boring. People could take a view, and all of a sudden they're having fist fights. You go with it, and then of course Maury Povich. How long did he do that?
Oh, you're the father, or you're not the
You're
father.
You're not the father. Elvis, who's the father?
Elvis doesn't have
What kind
his,
of a dog is Elvis?
He's a Pekingese,
Pekingese.
without balls, so he
Well,
can't make a baby.
Well, is that why there's extra? What does that mean then when he's making love to my arm?
I know. I have the
I
same
don't
problem
really
with him.
know.
No one,
I don't know.
No one
what,
told him he lost his balls.
Yeah, exactly. So
And
I think he's still
We
thinking.
can make
he
a
has
list of people.
Up
who-
until meeting you, Mark, I was the only person that he still did that
Well,
to.
this is a strange bonding moment.
It really
It really.
is.
He doesn't do that to
In
everyone,
more ways
Mark.
than I can elaborate here.
He really doesn't. There's
Laura
something
Kane
about
After
you.
Dark.
Yes.
Something about
Well, there's sure.
Or something about
Talk to
your
a
elbow
therapist.
that really spoke to
Yeah.
him.
That's always been the case. It starts with the elbow and then all the way to the clavicle. Every time.
Anything else you want to run by us as far as showbiz?
James Corden's last show.
I like James Corden.
Yeah.
He was. You don't like James Corden?
Well, I heard the backstory about James
Well,
Corden.
because
Now-
he at Balthazar in New York, he got a little edgy.
Yes.
yeah, that's not the only time.
Yeah, well, maybe he's trying to. I'm a big believer in people redeeming themselves and
Yes.
and changing it. Maybe he's doing. I thought his last few shows were among the most entertaining. It wasn't political. He does break into song and dance a lot and all of that. But I heard when he got really into the "Do you know who I am" mode.
Oh,
I love
that's
that.
what changed it.
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres, same kind of thing. The stuff that came out of the backstory,
Oh,
just
yeah.
treating the staff. You have to treat people
Nice.
fairly, and I always believe in treating people. I learned that from my mom and my grandmother, who we called Momor in Swedish, because when my mom and dad split up when I was 11, and I have 3 siblings that are younger, and my grandfather had passed away, so my grandmother Momor and my mom and my Aunt Polly got into the catering business. This is back in Rockford, Illinois, and they would do weddings, and so my brother and I are back there cleaning dishes, and my uncle's schlepping stuff around. So we're on the back side, part of the staff, and seeing how people were treated. And too many times people treated them like shitola. And so from that moment on, I thought, I'm not going to do this. To this day, anytime I MC, and I MC a lot of events, speak at events, I will always go out of my way when the servers are in the room to thank them. And if I'll say, Jerry, thanks for working on our table, and they look up and go, certain parts of the country, Atlanta, other places, I'll do this, and it's like no one's told them this. Or if you're just going to, I always think about this, like it was Atlanta again, going through the airport, one of these, whatever the stores where you pick up anything, and there's a woman who happens to be African American, and she's like, I said, hey, long day? No, I just got on the job. Hi, how are you? How's it going? She looked up like no one ever talks to me. I said, I'm talking to you. How's your day? So you just, when you tune into people, then you get great stories.
Yes.
All of a sudden.
True.
And then you've got a connection. We're not talking politics. We're just talking about life. Hey, how are you?
Just human
So
to human.
I've met some great friends who are still friends over the years because it came from someone saying, I say, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. Okay, how are you really? Well, thanks for asking. And they'd spill their guts.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Sometimes it takes a long time, but
Yeah.
You're good people, Mark. I knew it. That's why you're here. That's you and I are similar in that radio
it
is
all
just in our
started
blood.
when you came by 101 years ago.
Up to your window.
1991.
Can I see what you're doing in there,
Yeah,
please?
I remember you in Studio B, and I'm in Studio A, running the controls. We had all these things that now look like the Wizard of Oz behind the.
I couldn't even drink yet. I was that young.
Oh, we were always doing that on the air. No, we weren't. Did we? No.
No, but we were smoking. Well, I wasn't smoking, but in the newsroom. Remember the
You could
newsroom?
smoke in there till
Could smoke in there.
like cigarettes. You could smoke in there, and at Fifth and Ash downtown. That was you could smell the ashes of people who were deceased for years. It was just
Oh, yeah.
God. Oh,
there were still typewriters, and then the reporters would smoke and do the typing.
I
mean,
think
it was
they
a
did
very
better work.
hectic news situation.
yeah.
It was
They were
awesome.
flogging their Olivetti's back then.
I don't know
That
what
was
that
a typewriter
means.
brand.
That just sounded
Oh,
dirty.
really?
yeah.
I know it did.
I'm back there smoking with a fedora on, and I got to get to deadline. I'm flogging my Olivetti. See? Yeah.
Do you have a question, Brian?
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's looking. This is a time thing.
Oh.
So I
Have we eaten up all the time already?
no, it's about time to wrap
Are you,
up. That's
you
what we
throwing
do.
blame onto me for trying to get you to move along?
Oh, I'm not throwing blame. I'm just trying to read your expression.
hard-
When
Stop,
he
Eric.
cracks that whip, it like
I'm sure it's entertaining at times, but your couch is still coming.
We've got time
Brought
to
to you by
kill.
Joel.
Well, we don't want to keep him here forever. He actually asked me, like, when do we wrap this up?
Oh, I'm not leaving yet till I get snacks.
Okay.
Craft services are still working. So
Oh yes, they are tirelessly.
I want to thank all the people who are making. What are we making? Corn. Well,
Oh yeah, corn. We're making corn. You can hear Mark weekdays.
or right now I'm right here.
Oh yeah. Well, and on the radio you can hear him right now too. Apparently, 7:00
like a ventriloquist.
AM 600 talk radio. He's the best. See, he's like not your normal talk show
I'm not normal.
host. No, and you bring levity to it, which I
So when you
like.
say the best, Laura, because I know you said Eric's the best and the whole staff is the best. Where am I in the best scale?
Oh, so you're thinking I use that word too much?
I'm not suggesting. I'm just asking for a friend.
Eric's the best because he's my best friend. Brian's the best because I really love the way he does producing. You're the best in that building, I think.
Well, thank
That
you.
does
That's a big
talk
building.
radio. I know. That's why I wanted to have you on
Oh,
because
that
I
does
think
talk radio. Now you narrowed it.
we'll hash it out in the green room
I'm
afterwards.
trying. I am trying to be polite. This is not. This is not working out. But anyway,
I love you too.
check out Mark Larson
I
if
sure
you
hope so.
haven't heard him already. He's been here for 100 years.
Feels like
you
I've been
said.
here for a couple of weeks tonight. Right, Elvis?
All right, there he is.
Elvis has
And
no
there-
nards.
and the-
Wow.
He has no nads. No.
Nads and Nards.
Well,
Attorneys at law.
Thank you for being with us. And
It's been so nice to be had tonight. Thank you.
okay, we end our show with a little saying.
Oh, yeah.
So it would be great if you would say it along with us.
Is there a card? Do I
No.
just
It's
repeat?
super
Is there
easy.
two
It's
of
super
them?
Well, it's
easy.
easy for everybody but me.
You'll get it.
The cue card holders are on strike tonight, so we'll get them
Oh, they
back
would
next
be.
week.
I understand because they didn't want to work with me. That's how
I
it
just-
is. I love them anyway.
Thank you so much for joining our show. It was a real honor and privilege. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining our show. It was a real honor and privilege. Thank you.
No, you don't have to say that part.
I knew we needed those cue cards.
You're welcome. And thank you.
Thank you, YouTube watchers. Thank you so much on Instagram for watching. Thank you. And thank you for listening to our podcast. We release episodes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Go to LauraKaneAfterDark.com for all the episodes and our Amazon store. And if you want to know about Mark Larson, maybe his website, we have all of his stuff up there too in our little guest area.
Wait a minute. You have swag in the Amazon store?
Oh,
We
yeah,
do.
we have a lot of stuff.
I sure hope I get something. But to buy it?
What do you want?
I don't know. I want to see what's there. We'll do that after hours.
Would you like a sweatshirt with my face on it?
Let me get back to you on that.
Do you want a Laura Kane After Dark shirt?
Yes.
Ouch.
I will get you that.
Okay.
I will get you that. Okay, now here's how we end. Ready? Oh my God, I knew you guys would hit it off.
Oh, yeah. We've all bonded. I'm not going
Oh
home.
my God. Well, it's time. We don't like the show to go on for like 2 hours because that's just too much time for people
Laura
to invest.
loves it when I procrastinate on air. She
See,
really does.
Eric's not a radio person. He is awesome. He's funny, and I love having. He's quick,
Yeah.
but he doesn't like get the whole wrapping up when it's time to wrap up
There's no
type of
time
thing.
clock
I
inside.
could
No,
I
he
could
doesn't
go on
have that.
forever.
This just turned into Dr. Phil real fast.
No, and I have that.
How's
but
that working out for you, Eric? Dr. Phil.
He'll just
I'm,
talk forever.
I'm feeling neglected.
Oh, stop it! All right, let's end this thing before it goes
Well, as
too
we
much
begin
farther.
the second half of tonight's show, those of you on YouTube.
All right, here we go. Ready? Love your podcast.
Love your podcast.
Love your podcast.
Oh my God. I love you, my sweet babies. Bye. Thank you so
Ta-ta.
much for watching, you guys. It's
Bye,
been
guys.
awesome. Yay. Thank you, Mark. Okay, say goodbye to everybody on Instagram.